volume and the surface area of a cylinder in example 2, and it tells us we have a height of 8 and a base radius of 3. Now you are more than welcome to draw your cylinder and label the radius 3 and the height 8, but since they already tell us the height is 8 and the radius is 3 centimeters, we don't really need to draw this diagram. We already have what we need to plug into our formula. So I'm just going to go ahead and plug into my two formulas. First formula, volume equals pi r squared h, which means I'm going to do volume equals pi, plug in my radius, which is 3, squared times the height, which is 8. Just plugging in for my two variables. Now volume is going to equal pi. Remember, PEMDAS, you got to do exponents first, so 3 squared is 9. So I've got pi times 9 times 8, which will give me pi times 9 times 8 is 72. But remember, whenever you want to have something with pi in it, you always have pi last, so the number comes before pi. You can kind of remember this, that pi is dessert. Dessert always comes at the end. So it's going to be 72 pi. My volume is 72 pi. Can't forget my label. It's going to be centimeters cubed because I'm talking about volume, which is in 3 dimensions. Now, if you want to actually type into your calculator 72 times pi and get a decimal, that's fine. If you do that, round it to the nearest tenth. But I'm entirely fine with this just being left as 72 pi centimeters cubed. This answer is actually more exact. Now we're going to look at surface area. This is the one that I said was kind of messy because it is 2 times pi times the radius times the height plus 2 times pi times the radius squared. However, just plug in for your variables and it's not so bad. Surface area equals 2 times pi times my radius of 3 times my height of 8. Remember putting parentheses around what I plug in, plus 2 pi times my radius of 3 squared. Now I just have to evaluate these. I'm going to do my exponent first, so I get 2 times pi times 3 times 8 plus 2 times pi times 3 squared, which is 9. Now I'm going to do all my multiplication at once. Hopefully this doesn't confuse you. If it does and you want to show more steps in this, you're more than welcome to. You don't need to. So I've got 2 pi times 3, which is 6 pi times 8, which gives me 48 pi. Just multiplying together all the numbers, 2 times 3 times 8, plus 2 pi times 9. 2 times 9 is 18, so I would get 18 pi. And you're actually not done at this step. And we'll talk about this a little bit more, but hopefully you remember from last year talking about like terms. They have to have the same variable. Think about this pi being a variable. They both have a pi. That means we can combine them. When you combine like terms, you just add the coefficient, which is the number in front. So I'm just going to add 48 and 18 since they both have a pi with them. And 48 plus 18 is just 66. So my surface area is 66 pi, but you can't forget your label. We're working with centimeters, and we are working with area, which means it will be centimeters squared. Again, looks pretty difficult, but all we're doing is plugging in numbers into a formula and evaluating that formula.